like it's either me or surfboard.
I was gonna say, is that your surfboard there?
No, it's my MTV award
Oh, there you go.
for Get Smart.
All right, cool. Let me do a little quick introduction here.
Okay.
All right, citizen, welcome to another episode of Citizen Ready. As always, I am your host, Brett, and I am here with one of my dear friends and someone that I really look up to, and he's just a super cool guy, and I'm really excited to have this conversation, Mr. Mike Ewing. How are you, sir?
Hello.
How's it
Hello.
going?
Great.
Man,
Great. Yeah. This is so great that we've been able to set this up.
I know. You're a dear friend of mine, Mike. I appreciate you. I respect you. We've been through ups and downs together, surprisingly. But it's been a little bit since we've talked. But you have such an amazing career, and you're an interesting person. So I'm excited just to talk about you and kind of fill in some of the gaps for myself too, because there's a lot about Mike that I don't know. So I get to ask all the secret
We'll
questions.
see.
No, but well, this is cool, man. So you are a very well-known and recognized producer of a lot of really cool projects that I think almost everyone on planet Earth has probably seen at least one of your projects
I
at this
hope
point.
so. I
Yeah,
hope
right.
so. Yeah.
But can you talk about just way back, back at the beginning, Mike? Like where did
That's a lot.
producer, where did the Hollywood guy come from?
I started. I'm from Kalamazoo, Michigan,
All right, there you go.
originally, so that's where I grew up. And so in the Midwest, if you know about people from the Midwest, um, we just like watch TV and stuff, and and go to the movies, and that's all I knew about the
Yeah.
entertainment business. So as I got out of high school, and then I wanted to get out of Kalamazoo. And so I got a scholarship to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New
Okay.
York. And because I didn't know anything about New York. I didn't know anything about Los Angeles. I didn't know anything about anything. And my parents were great. They were scared for me, but really supportive. And so I got this scholarship. I went and auditioned at the Academy in New York and a couple other acting schools. And I got in, and that was the beginning. Moved to New York. My parents were so sweet. There was perfect Midwest taking their son to this big bad city, right?
Yeah.
And I remember we pulled out of the Holland Tunnel, which is in the village, and
Hmm.
I had to throw up. Hey, my dad had to pull over. I had to get out and throw up. That was like how terrified I was of the whole thing.
Nervous?
Oh my God, so
Yeah.
nervous. So like, now what from Kalamazoo to New York City, and I had been in New York City as a kid, but just for family vacation.
Hmm.
And so, now my folks, in the Midwest, everything's sort of, people, and you get people turn you on to stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so my father had to be back to work on Monday. This was Friday. And so we stopped in the village because, of course, every young person that goes to New York wants to live in the village.
Right.
And we had to find an apartment, and we had a U-Haul loaded up with furniture and utensils and dishes, and my mom had like filled it out to furnish a whole apartment. So this other guy who wanted to be a chef came with me. He was a friend of mine. We'd worked together in a coffee shop while we were going to high school. And so went to this realtor in the village, and they were taking our information. They said, "Okay, great. So we can help your son. Now, what's your time schedule?" My dad said, "Well, you know, we could find something tomorrow, but really we need to find something today." They just started to laugh in our faces. They said, New York is a little different than Kalamazoo. People spend years actually looking for the right apartment. And we were like, what?
Yeah. Pre
What?
Zillow. This is pre
Yeah,
Zillow and pre.
there was nothing. And they said, well, we don't have anything right now. We have
Yeah.
nothing, zero places for you guys to look at. So, what they recommended, which was brilliant in retrospect, what they recommend is you guys need to go find a street that you like. So, if it's near, if it's here in the village or on the Upper West Side or wherever you want to go find a street. And then you guys split up, and your mom and dad take one side, you and Kim take the other side. But they said you probably should go with a parent so you don't freak out the owners of the real estate. And so we did, and I had to go throw up again after that meeting. And so we got out. We went up to West 69th Street, run block off the park. My mom thought this is great. There's trees, you feel at home.
Just
And
looking for an apartment.
just they said ring the super bell on each building and
Yeah,
ask if
right.
they have any apartments available.
Yeah.
And they said, don't even, if they have a sign, great, but don't even worry about that. Just ask everybody. Ask everybody.
Yeah.
So we did, and my dad is amazing man, was an amazing man, and within like 20 minutes he found the apartment.
That's
It
great.
was like unbelievable.
Would you
So
do that today? Would you go not ring bells and try to find an apartment in New
yeah,
York today? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I
If
love
you
it.
don't know anything, see,
Yeah.
that's part of the thing. If you really don't know how hard something is,
Yeah.
it's great because you're ignorant. And
Yeah.
sometimes it pays to be ignorant. We knew nothing. And so my folks, there we were. My dad talked to the owner. He had just finished painting the apartment.
Oh,
He
perfect.
said, this is
That's
very unusual. He said, I haven't even given it to my broker. He said, but you look like nice people, and so I'll rent it to you. So we moved in the next day, just like my parents had said. We
nice.
loaded the furniture in from the U-Haul, and my folks left the next day.
Oh, can I?
So, I mean, that was my
There you were.
adventure. Yeah,
Venture
going
to
to
New
New York.
York, and then you
Yeah.
found a place. I don't think anyone would do that these days. I think everyone has an apartment before they go and look. But
Really?
how much? I
We
don't
didn't even
know.
think about
How,
it.
how much do you think that? How much was that apartment per month? Do you remember?
Excuse me.
I'm curious.
I think it was $600 a month.
Nice, nice. There you go. So
Yeah.
you go to
It was
school.
what?
I would say, well, I was just gonna say, you start there, and you start
Yeah.
going to school.
Yeah.
But producing for acting or for
Acting.
what was your acting? Yeah,
Acting.
okay.
I didn't even know about producing. That there
Yeah,
was a producer. So
right.
it was just like I knew that there were actors, and I wanted to be in
Some
this
people still
business.
don't.
So that's all I knew.
Yeah,
So you can the motto of this story is don't ever feel like you can't do something because you can be totally ignorant of the whole process and
yeah,
succeed. You don't really have to know a lot. You can learn on the way, you know.
yeah.
It's
That's so true.
and people get freaked out. I was freaked out, but just, it was a comfort that I didn't know anything. And so whenever I would tell like my friends that I would meet in New York, they would say,
Right.
"So how did you find this apartment like in, half a block from Central Park?" I said my dad found it and moved us in, and then he went back to work. It was just like that's how people in the Midwest do it.
I mean, that's quite a metaphor for like knocking on doors until you get a
Yeah,
yes, right? Like not taking no for an answer. Just go on
exactly.
to the next door. Keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was a real lesson to me, and that was I we didn't have any money, and so it was a big stretch. I had to get a job, going
Yeah.
to school. I was on a scholarship, but I still had to work. So, so I had worked in this coffee shop in Kalamazoo. They didn't serve liquor, so I didn't know anything about like drinks and stuff. So I got a job like right away. I don't even know if you can do this now, but I got a job at this really fancy place at the St. Moritz Hotel called Harry's Bar. There's one in
Nice.
Venice that I've now visited several times, but
You get
it's
employee discount still?
this was the New York version. So
Yeah.
I got a job, and they had asked me. They said, "So do you know about French service and Russian service?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oui, oui, monsieur. Oui, oui.
It's like, so French service is when they put everything on big silver trays and
Oh,
cover
okay.
it with covers,
Oh, yeah.
and they weigh like 50 pounds each, and so you have to carry everything from the kitchen to the, and everything's hot. The covers are hot, and so you have to be careful that you don't scald your hands. So I started at Harry's Bar, and I was making, at that time it was good money, $100 a night, and I was happy, and I still didn't know anything. And so when I was put in the kitchen, and so I was just hauling, young and strong, just haul out the dishes and stuff. But then one day they said, okay, now you need to work in the front today. And I was like, okay. And so I went to the bartender. I said, I don't know, like which drink is which. So you're gonna have to like tell me. So these guys were great. They were all like union waiters, and I was like the kid, and so they all took pity on me and helped me
Nice.
through. And then when school, that was in August, and school started, and I found out that they had hired me to break the union because I was not a member of the
You're
union.
the guy.
I was the
That's
guy,
funny. You're the
and,
guy.
and I was like, "Oh my, that's really bad."
Yeah.
How come nobody said anything? I got to go to school now anyway, so
Yeah.
exit stage left. Yeah, that was the
Nice.
beginning. Yeah, that was New York
Yeah.
and the academy and stuff. And then I wanted to be in the theater, so I did that for a year, did summer stock, and then I realized that really the work where you can make money was in Los Angeles. So
Yeah.
I decided to come out to LA.
Nice.
And
Let me just pause 1 second here
sure.
before we do LA, and I'm just gonna pull this thing down. We start a little later, so my lighting's changing.
Oh,
I just wanna just
it's not
pause.
natural lighting.